The power of words isn't just a poetic idea. It's subtle engineering. Every phrase released into the air carries frequency and vibration that touch the collective consciousness. When someone says, "I'm broke," that energy in words seals a contract with lack. But when they affirm, "I'm provided for and guided," the love frequency opens new pathways. It's simple. Speech and manifestation walk hand in hand like two peas in a pod. Want a practical test? For 24 hours, commit to zero complaining and negativity, zero self-deprecating humor. Write down every time you almost say, "I can't," and switch it to "I can," using positive affirmations. Before sleep, repeat 3 times, "Gratitude and abundance surround me," and feel your body respond to the etheric vibration. In the morning, read aloud a mini manifesto. I create, I serve, I prosper, because words are spells. It's astonishing how the outer world shifts when your self-talk starts to glow from within. He also recommends a weekly ritual, the quantum mouthwash. Write down 10 phrases you often say and mark the ones draining your subconscious mind. Replace "I'll try" with "I'll do." Beautifully, a simple act of reprogramming. Through speech, swap. I hope I win for I trust I will win, aligning gratitude and abundance with your tone and gesture. And here's the twist. This verbal cleansing reveals something deeper. Who's really listening inside? The subconscious mind is like fertile soil, neutral, patient, and unquestioning. It doesn't judge whether your words are true or false. It simply accepts and manifests them. Say, "I'm always unlucky," and the subconscious mind nods, obediently arranging your life to prove it right. Say, "Everything works in my favor," and it gets busy opening invisible doors. That's the secret Joseph Murphy whispered in his writings. You reap what you plant in thought and speech. Think of your mind as a sacred garden. Each sentence you speak is a seed. Your speech and manifestation are in constant dance. When you repeat positive affirmations with belief, the frequency and vibration begin to shape physical reality. A person saying, "I attract love effortlessly," isn't being naive. They're tuning to the love frequency that matches that experience. Every repetition, every feeling-laced phrase waters the soil of the subconscious mind. And when gratitude becomes your background tone, abundance can't help but sprout. Try this. Before big decisions, sit quietly and whisper to yourself, "My subconscious mind guides me with clarity." You'll notice ideas surfacing, coincidences aligning, people showing up at just the right time. That's not luck. It's resonance. The echo of your inner language meeting the outer world. This is why reprogramming through speech is the highest form of spiritual self-mastery. But what if we could take this further? Not just speaking to the mind, but becoming what we speak? Neville Goddard taught that we don't manifest what we want, we manifest what we are. The law of assumption states that your reality mirrors what you've accepted, as true in the subconscious mind. If you constantly declare, "I'm struggling," your speech and manifestation align with that identity. But if you affirm, "I'm already living in abundance," the energy in words begins to shift your frequency and vibration. Life, after all, doesn't respond to begging, it responds to being. Imagine stepping into a role before the world sees it. An artist who assumes they're already successful paints with bolder strokes, speaks with radiant certainty. That conviction, those words as spells, signal the subconscious mind to orchestrate matching outcomes. This is the magic of the law of assumption, Neville Goddard. The unseen starts to mirror the felt truth. Your self-concept becomes the bridge between imagination and manifestation. So, next time you speak, don't plead for what you lack. Declare what already is. Say, "I am love, I am wealth, I am divine peace," and feel them pulse through your being. This isn't pretending. It's reprogramming through speech, planting identity into the etheric vibration. Because when your words and emotions unite, the collective consciousness rearranges itself to match, and somewhere between assumption and belief, a seed begins to bloom into something miraculous. Joseph Murphy revealed a timeless truth. As you sow in the mind, so shall you reap in the body and environment. The subconscious mind is endlessly creative. It obeys the energy in words you plant within it. Say, "I'm always tired," and fatigue takes root. Say, "I'm filled with vitality," and energy flows like sunlight through your cells. This is the essence of speech and manifestation. Every thought and phrase becomes a living seed. You can't harvest abundance if you keep sowing scarcity. He often said the subconscious mind doesn't argue, it executes. So, if your self-talk revolves around struggle, you'll live it. If it revolves around gratitude, you'll multiply it. Try this. Each morning, plant 5 seeds of positive affirmations. Simple phrases like, life supports me, money loves me, peace fills my mind. Repeat them until they feel natural, until their frequency and vibrations settle into your bones. Soon, your outer world will look like the garden you've been tending. Within, Murphy's wisdom wasn't just theory, it was practical spirituality. He urged people to monitor their words as carefully as a gardener watches the weather. Gratitude and abundance are the sunshine. Complaining and negativity are the weeds. And the more consistent your verbal cultivation, the stronger your harvest of joy and prosperity. Yet, even deeper than Murphy's lesson lies a subtle art. The difference between denying darkness and affirming light. Here's the tricky part most people miss. The subconscious mind doesn't understand negation. It only feels vibration. So, when you say, I don't want to be unhappy, the frequency and vibration of unhappy is what it receives. But when you affirm, I am blessed and happy, you broadcast gratitude and abundance straight into the collective consciousness. Negation resists. Affirmation creates. That's why speech and manifestation must always move toward what you do desire. Your words are energy currents steering your inner compass. Let's test it. Instead of saying, I'm not nervous, try, I am calm and centered. The energy in words instantly shifts. Your body relaxes, your breath deepens. Every positive affirmation carries a higher love frequency, reprogramming the subconscious mind with truth instead of fear. This isn't blind optimism. It's deliberate alignment with what you wish to experience. You're not denying reality. You're creating a new one with the power of words. Affirmations, spoken with faith and feeling, are like gentle commands to the universe. Each phrase rewires neurons, adjusts emotional tone, and radiates etheric vibration through your aura. It's the art of transforming through speech, where denial is replaced by divine declaration. So, next time you catch yourself saying, I don't want this, pause, shift to, I welcome that. And as you do, notice how your world starts to echo that subtle yet mighty correction. Words without feeling are like seeds tossed on stone. No soil, no growth. The subconscious mind responds not to the syllables themselves, but to the frequency and vibration carried within emotion. Say, I'm abundant, with indifference, and nothing moves. Say it with genuine gratitude, and the energy in words ignites creation. That's because speech and manifestation are powered by emotion, the unseen current running beneath every word. As Neville Goddard taught, feeling is the secret, gratitude is the amplifier. When you speak from gratitude and abundance, your vibration becomes magnetic. It's the difference between reciting a script and declaring a truth. Try this. Before you speak an affirmation, pause, take a deep breath, and recall a moment you truly felt loved or safe. Then say, I am guided, protected, and overflowing with good. That feeling, not the words alone, imprints the subconscious mind and radiates through the etheric vibration. Even science nods to this truth. Heart-coherent studies show that emotion changes electromagnetic output. So when you speak with conviction and joy, your body literally becomes a transmitter of the love frequency. Each word gains the charge of your belief, becoming a spell of manifestation in motion. That's why the masters spoke less but felt more. Every word carried weight, spirit, and life. And yet, what happens when humor or complaint drains that sacred current? Shall we explore that next? Here's a hard truth. Every just kidding still counts in the subconscious mind. When you say, I'm such an idiot, even playfully, your speech and manifestation are imprinting limitation. The energy in words doesn't detect irony. It only receives the frequency and vibration behind them. Complaining and negativity are like constant static, lowering your inner station and disconnecting you from the love frequency. Each complaint is a tiny prayer for more of the same. You can test it easily. Spend a single day refusing to make jokes at your own expense. Replace, I'm always so unlucky with, things are constantly working in my favor. Notice how your mood, posture, and magnetism shift almost immediately. That's reprogramming through speech in real time. changing your broadcast to invite higher outcomes. The subconscious mind records your self-talk as commandments, not comedy. The wise learn to laugh with themselves, not at themselves. There's humor that heals and humor that harms. The first lifts vibration. The second anchors it in lack. By speaking kindly to yourself, you join the collective consciousness in uplifting resonance, as Joseph Murphy would say. Every idle word builds or breaks your destiny. And perhaps that's the invitation, to choose language that blesses instead of curses. Before we explore how substitution transforms power, he treats language like circuitry. Swap a single wire and the entire current changes, replacing, "I hope I win" with "I trust I will win." Routes power through the subconscious mind instead of around it. That micro shift upgrades frequency and vibration, aligning speech and manifestation with certainty. It's practical sorcery, words as spells, where energy in words flips doubt into momentum. The mentor smiles. Tiny edits. Colossal outcomes, classic power of words. In action, he recommends a weak to strong lexicon audit, lists 10 softeners. I'll try. Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't. We'll see. It's hard. Then craft assertive counterparts. I will. I choose. I'm learning now. I can. I decide. I'm equipped. Reading them aloud tunes the love frequency, amplifies gratitude and abundance, and stabilizes etheric vibration. The subconscious mind takes notes. Identity upgrades quietly under the hood. He adds domain-specific swaps to accelerate embodiment. Money. I'm bad with money. I steward wealth wisely. Money circulates and returns. Health. I always get sick. My body restores fast. Vitality is my baseline. Love. I'm hard to love. I am safe, warm, and easy to cherish. Career. I'm stuck. I'm valuable. Right fit opportunities find me daily. This is reprogramming through speech. Clear inputs, cleaner outputs, tone and posture matter. He says, delivery encodes vibration. Whisper an affirmation with slumped shoulders and you broadcast conflict. Stand tall, breathe low, warm the chest. Then speak. Now frequency and vibration carry congruence. Add a half smile. The nervous system relaxes. Belief slips past resistance. As Neville's law of assumption implies, you aren't asking, you're being. He teaches if-then linguistics to disarm complaining and negativity on the fly. If I catch a can't, then I say, I can with support or learning. If I think it's too late, then I say, this is perfect timing for me. These triggers auto-route old grooves into transform through speech pathways. Soon, the collective consciousness hears a new broadcast, and reality answers in kind. For depth, he pairs substitutions with micro-actions to anchor identity. Say, I am disciplined, then set a 10-minute timer and execute. Proof? Fuels belief. Say, abundance flows, then tip generously or save. 5 motion affirms message. Say, I am loved, then text appreciation, gratitude, and abundance made tangible, as Joseph Murphy would nod. Sow in speech, water in action. Reap in experience, onward to aligning inner talk with outer words. He says alignment is the missing ingredient behind every blocked manifestation. People speak of abundance but vibrate in fear. They affirm love but carry guilt in silence. The universe doesn't hear your words, it hears your tone, your emotion, your frequency, and vibration. When self-talk contradicts outer speech, the subconscious mind grows confused, unsure which command to follow. So it delivers chaos. Half blessings, half delays, until your words and feelings sing the same note. Alignment begins with radical honesty. He tells his students, never say what you don't believe. Upgrade what you believe until you can say it. If I'm rich feels fake, soften it. I'm learning to attract wealth easily. That phrasing still carries the energy and words toward expansion while respecting your present state. This harmony between truth and aspiration produces a pure etheric vibration that the universe recognizes instantly. He suggests the mirror practice of coherence. Stand before a mirror each morning, place a hand on your heart, and say only what feels real in that moment. Maybe it's I'm safe, or I'm improving, or I'm grateful to wake up. The love frequency flows stronger through authenticity than through forced positivity. Over time, Truth spoken consistently evolves into higher truth, reprogramming through speech at its gentlest, most powerful form. Then comes the outer alignment, where daily words match inner faith. You can't preach abundance and gossip about lack. You can't affirm peace and curse traffic in the same breath. Every careless phrase leaks energy, while every conscious phrase renews it. When outer and inner dialogues merge, you become a living broadcast of gratitude and abundance within the collective consciousness. He compares it to music. Inner thoughts are melody. Outer words are lyrics. When they're in tune, the song uplifts not just you, but everyone around. That's how the subconscious mind trains the field to echo harmony back. Life becomes responsive, rhythmic, fluid, and that's the secret. Once your language and feeling align, your very being becomes magnetic truth. But alignment has another layer still, because words don't just express alignment. They reveal the soul behind it, and to understand that mirror, one must look deeper into what the words truly reflect. He teaches that language is a lighthouse. Your phrases beam out who you are becoming. Casual remarks expose core beliefs. Nothing ever works for me advertises an inner script of lack. When you speak positive affirmations, you're polishing that lens so it reflects gratitude and abundance. The energy in words doesn't lie. It carries your actual frequency and vibration to the world. Listen back to yourself, and you'll hear the map of your inner terrain. He suggests a soul echo journal. For 7 days, capture verbatim snippets of your self-talk and conversations. Label each line: scarcity, neutrality, or expansion. Notice patterns without judgment. Now rewrite any scarcity lines into identity statements. I'm unlucky. I'm favored and guided. This is reprogramming through speech, training the subconscious mind to mirror your highest self. He also offers the AAA filter before speaking. Aware. Align, amplify, aware. Sense the emotion underneath, fear or the love frequency. Align. Adjust wording to match desired being. Law of assumption in motion. Amplify. Deliver with breath, posture, and warmth so the etheric vibration rings true. In time, your words stop selling the past and start broadcasting your soul's future. Shall we explore how this plays out in money and mindset? He often says, listen long enough to someone's words, and you'll know their wealth. Those who live in abundance speak of opportunity, learning, and expansion. Those anchored in scarcity speak of bills, problems, and unfairness. The frequency and vibration of both are distinct. The first opens doors. The second locks them. The energy in words creates a personal climate where prosperity either thrives or withers. He invites students to do an abundance audit. For 1 full day, notice how many times you use lack language. Words like can't, need, broke, tired, expensive, then consciously pivot each into empowered speech. I can find a way. I have enough for now. I welcome increase. This practice rewires the subconscious mind, aligning your speech and manifestation with expansion. Soon, your outer world mirrors that higher vibration. You start attracting solutions instead of obstacles. He emphasizes that prosperity isn't just money. It's emotional and spiritual wealth. Speaking from gratitude and abundance tunes you to the love frequency, which magnetizes resources naturally. Even a simple, I'm thankful for this meal multiplies its energy in the collective consciousness, while constant complaints signal the subconscious mind to sustain struggle. Appreciation instructs it to amplify blessings. And when you finally grasp that your words are the seeds of your fortune, you start to speak as the gardener of gold. But there's a twist hidden in this truth. Both poverty and abundance are teachers, 2 sides of the same divine lesson. So what if lack isn't the enemy, but an invitation to perceive unity? Shall we uncover that next? He leans in and says softly, abundance and poverty are not enemies. They're expressions of the same divine field. The collective consciousness doesn't label one as good or bad. It simply amplifies whichever frequency and vibration you embody. When you stop judging lack and instead observe it as energy, it begins to dissolve. This is the quiet wisdom behind spiritual responsibility, understanding that the subconscious mind mirrors, not punishes. You speak it, you feel it, you live it, and in that awareness, you reclaim choice. He calls this the divine mirror principle. Every experience, joy or struggle, reflects your spoken assumptions. So instead of fighting reality, he suggests blessing it. Thank you, this too is showing me my power. That single line shifts energy and words from resistance to creation, through speech and manifestation. You're no longer reacting to life, you're conversing with it. He explains that gratitude and abundance aren't possessions but perceptions. To say, I am whole even in transition, aligns you with the love, frequency that transcends polarity. Poverty and wealth become notes in one symphony. You simply choose which key to play. This is the secret of unity. When your words carry compassion, even challenge transforms into gold. And in the language of ancient mystics, that's where heaven begins to whisper through the human voice. A bridge will cross with Hermes himself next. He smiles knowingly, invoking the ancient name, Hermes Trismegistus, the master of hidden correspondence. Hermes taught that the spoken word is immortal. It vibrates through the etheric field, echoing in the collective consciousness forever. Every syllable we utter leaves a trace, weaving energy threads across dimensions of time. To speak, then, is to sculpt reality in the invisible, to command light with tone and intention. The wise speak rarely, because they understand that every word is a spell that never truly dies. He calls this the law of echo. When you whisper love, that vibration travels endlessly, returning as harmony in unexpected ways. When you curse, the same principle applies. It circles back through resonance, not punishment, but reflection. This is the spiritual responsibility of speech. Your voice ripples through the cosmos like a pebble dropped into eternity. Even a passing thank you can seed joy in someone's heart lifetimes away. He urges his students to speak as the ancients did, with sacred awareness, to treat the power of words as divine technology, capable of altering both psyche and planet. Imagine the subconscious mind as an altar and language as incense. What are you offering daily? When gratitude and abundance fill your breath, you're not just reprogramming yourself, you're uplifting humanity's frequency and vibration. And as Hermes might say, heaven on earth begins with the sound that leaves your lips. So if words are eternal and creation listens, how do we choose to use them, from fear or from love? The answer lies in responsibility. He reminds them that every sentence spends spiritual currency. The power of words funds tomorrow's timeline. When crowds echo cynicism, the collective consciousness tilts toward entropy. When one voice blesses, it tilts back to order. The subconscious mind, ever neutral, records your tone, not your excuses. So each sigh, joke, or prophecy becomes energy in words dispatching outcomes on your behalf. That's not superstition. It's hygiene for frequency and vibration. He proposes the civic benediction protocol. Morning. Speak 3 blessings over your city, schools, hospitals, small shops, words as spells for communal good. Commute mantra. Order, safety, prosperity circulate freely, sent through the love frequency. Evening. 1 minute of silence to radiate thanks, gratitude, and abundance as public. Service. This is speech and manifestation scaled from private, wish to shared world, to detox harm. He offers the 4 gates of the mouth. True, kind, necessary, elevating. If a phrase fails any gate, reframe or release. It's reprogramming. Through speech in real time. Swap. People are hopeless. For human wisdom is awakening now. Trade. Leaders are corrupt, for leaders align with clarity and service. Notice how your chest unclenches as etheric vibration brightens. For hot moments, he teaches the 3R reset, recognize. Reframe, radiate, recognize the trigger statement. This place is falling apart. Reframe. This place is reorganizing for better function. Radiate for 60 seconds, the felt image of improvement. Transform. Through speech plus felt imagery seals commands. As Joseph Murphy would say, sow in speech, reap in street. Finally, he treats silence as responsibility too. Withholding gossip preserves voltage. Pausing before speaking concentrates aim. He calls it holy brevity, fewer words, higher wattage, cleaner causation. Used this way, language stops being background noise and becomes priestly craft. And once the tongue learns stewardship, the next ascent begins, wielding the voice as a bona fide divine instrument. He calls the voice a tuning fork for heaven. Strike it right and reality harmonizes. Your phrasing is liturgy. Your breath incense. Your tone altar fire. The law of assumption here is simple. Speak from identity, not toward it. I am guided vibrates differently than I hope I'll be okay. One conducts power. The other leaks it. He shares the daily command triptych: dawn, consecrate, hand over heart. Wisdom leads me, provision meets me, courage moves me, slow and warm. Noon, calibrate, 3 coherent breaths. Then, I choose clarity now, resetting the subconscious mind. Dusk, seal. I release the day. I keep the gold, storing lessons as energy in words, repeated. These strokes engrave gratitude and abundance into muscle memory. For advanced work, he pairs voice with embodiment: stand tall, soften jaw, eyes kind. Posture amplifies frequency and vibration. Enunciate as if each syllable must cross oceans. Hermes would approve. Let brief silences bracket key phrases. Voltage gathers in the pause. Now a single sentence can move a room. Words as spells, properly cast. He offers sector-specific invocations to make it practical. Wealth. I steward resources wisely. Money circulates and returns multiplied. Health. My body coordinates healing swiftly. Vitality is my baseline. Relationships. I give and receive love safely. My presence is a refuge. Purpose. Right work seeks me. I serve greatly and am provided for greatly. That's self-talk engineered to broadcast into the collective consciousness. And then the summit. Speaking to co-create heaven on earth. Bless the land under your feet. Thank the air as it enters. Honor strangers with silent well wishes. This is spiritual responsibility matured. Private alignment. Public blessing. Used daily, your voice becomes a living sacrament. An axis for the love frequency. Do this long enough and ordinary conversation feels